Welcome to another edition of Carnivore Bites. I'm your host, Jeff Sherman, along with Dr. Eric Lopkin. And we had two major issues this week, or discussion points, and one of them is the fractures in the Democratic Party. And maybe you can comment on that, Dr. Lopkin.
Yeah, the Democratic Party really does seem to be coming apart. Nancy Pelosi made an appearance on 60 Minutes this past Sunday, and she dismissed out of hand AOC and her allies. When Nancy Stahl asked about this new movement within the party, Nancy Pelosi literally said, "It's like five people."
Mm-hmm. I think there's a big rift. I think she is concerned about her position. I think that she sees these people as a threat, and she sees these the gang of five, whatever you want to call it, as a threat to the Democratic possibility of overtaking Trump. What do you think?
Yeah, I think she knows that if the party goes in that direction, not only will they lose to Trump, they're very likely to lose more Senate seats in 2020 and possibly lose the House again.
Oh, I think they would lose the House. And, it's really funny about AOC. I had heard a clip of her, and she said, yes, I think I'm all in favor of Trump being impeached. And I think it was a liberal journalist. He wasn't trying to diss her. Said, well, could you tell me, the three reasons? And, she had none. The point is, I don't get the whole attraction. She is so dumb.
No,
she doesn't know anything.
She's a media darling. She's the Kardashian of the House, but her approval ratings are plummeting, and not just nationally. She's having problems in her district because she doesn't understand what her job is. Right now, she has no active office in her district, no active phone number in her district. Her constituents can't get a hold of her except on Twitter.
I don't think she really cares about her constituents. I think the whole thing is something, if it was a movie, Dr. Lopkin, you'd walk out and say it's a bartender who, I don't know, who knows how she got a degree from BU in economics, which is troubling, and doesn't know a damn thing, was a bartender. And it's really bad. And the AOC is just going to be a flash. Omar, and I think the other one from California, they're scary. That's troubling.
They can be causing a lot of trouble. I mean, AOC, I really believe, is going to be a one-term flash in the pan, and that actually bothers me a lot, because that means she's going to be collecting her salary for the rest of her life as a pension, and she did absolutely nothing. Omar, there's a lot of backlash against her because she doesn't seem to know when to keep her mouth shut.
Again, not exactly another rocket scientist either.
No, and I mean, Kamala's not a rocket scientist. Kamala's hysterical, though, because stuff came out when she was in school. She was a diehard conservative.
Kamala Harris?
Yes.
I don't understand. Let's also address one thing. I don't see any, except the mayor, any of these Democrats have any chance against Trump. It's just, unless something really crazy happens.
No, I think the mayor has a decent shot of coming through the primary okay. I don't think any of them can take on Trump at this point. Trump is on the rise, and the Democrats, aside from all the infighting, the Mueller investigation really shot them down because they had all of their eggs in that basket.
Well, let's talk about the Mueller investigation coming out on Thursday. What implications does it have? Some people are saying it's the Democrats. A lot of people are saying, wait a second, don't get too jovial about the whole thing, because there's a shot that there's going to be a lot of innuendos, a lot of dangling partisans, so to speak, that point to, well, it doesn't definitively say no obstruction, that people like Schiff and these others could hold on to.
Right. The report didn't clear him of obstruction. It
No.
left it up to the Justice Department because, quite frankly, the definition of obstruction depends on who you're talking to. The Democrats are going to pick this apart. They're going to find anything to keep the narrative going.
Okay, and how does it play, though? That's the important thing.
Well, I think the biggest problem is that the report is going to be redacted. It has to be redacted because the Justice Department cannot legally reveal grand jury testimony. The Democrats are going to play on that. That's going to be their biggest bat. Going, oh, well, they were keeping secrets and they're protecting Trump. They didn't show us all the things. Legally, they can't reveal the entire report. The Democrats know it. They're looking for anything to keep the argument going because that's all they have. They don't have a platform anymore.
But politically, how does it play out?
Politically, I think it's going to work in Trump's favor because most centrists are already sick of hearing about it. The Democrats are going to keep banging away. They're just chasing people away the same way the Republicans did when the Ken Starr report came out.
I would agree with that. We will have to see how this all unfolds, but it looks like Trump's star is kind of rising, and it looks like the Democrats are really, and I think Pelosi's frustrated because she saw a great opportunity to do something politically, at least, and she sees it being squandered away. Final thought?
The Democrats had a fantastic shot at doing something in 2018. And it was all taken away from them when, quite frankly, they elected wackos.
I would agree. Well, till next time, Dr. Lopkin, another edition of Carnivore Bites.
See you then.
You've been listening to Carnivore Bites, part of the Exvadio Podcast Network. You can catch us every week at exvadio.com/podcasts, on the iHeartRadio app, the Apple Podcasts app, the iTunes Store, Spotify, and wherever you find podcasts. You can also catch us live every Friday at 4 on WESU FM 88.1.